Hello and welcome to UTech Academy. In this series of SAP UI5 videos, today I'll talk about SAP UI5 controls. First, I'll walk you through SAP UI5 demo kit, then we will look into SAP UI5 controls and their properties, aggregation, events and methods. SAP UI5 demo kit is the main entry point of all SAP UI5 documentation. You can find SAP UI5 and OpenUI5 demo kit links in the description of this video. Now we'll go through controls. Controls are basically what you see on the screen. A SAP UI5 application consists of various controls based on the requirement. Controls are used to define the appearance and the behavior of screen areas. There are different SAP UI5 libraries that contains many different SAP UI5 controls. A control name consists of the library name and the control name separated by a dot. Control metadata defines the properties, events, aggregation and associations of a control. I'll explain you the controls in more detail when we go through the demo kit. But first let's understand the theory part. Control properties are used to change or modify the appearance of a control like height, width, etc. Events are used to provide a functionality to the control, like we can create our own logic on the click of a button. Control can aggregate other controls which serves as a container or layout and contains other child controls. Associated controls are connected by ID to other controls. Methods are getter and setter methods for the properties. Now we will go through SAP UI5 demo kit and we'll see in detail about controls and their metadata. And then we can develop our first SAP UI5 control. Now I'll walk you through SAP UI5 demo kit. So this is the home page of the demo kit. This is SAP UI5 demo kit and we have also OpenUI5 demo kit. So let's go through the various sections of SAP UI5 demo kit. SAP UI5 demo kit has different sections like documentation, API reference, samples, demo apps, tools. Documentation section contains all the documentations of SAP UI5. There are different notes that explains you about SAP UI5. Like there is a new, if something new comes up in UI5, then it is under this what's new in SAP UI5 section. README first tells you about the compatibility rules and browser support. Similarly, you can get started with SAP UI5 with get started steps. Essentials provide you all the basic concepts of SAP UI5. Similarly, we have other sections and you can go through it. API reference consists of all the controls. In SAP UI5 controls are categorized in different libraries which comes under SAP namespace. So we have different libraries under SAP namespace like M libraries for mobile controls, and the M library has different controls. In if you go to a particular control like a button, you can find different sections which explains about the implementation and the users of the control. Like the control has like the control button has these sections like overview, constructor, properties, aggregation, associations, events and methods. So overview tells you about the uses and overview of the control. Constructor tells you about the constructor of the control. Properties lists down all the properties of that particular control. Aggregations tells you about different aggregations that can be used to contain child elements. Then there is association, which can be used to connect to other controls. Events, events, there are different events for a control that can be used to provide a functionality to that control. We have a method section that lists down all the methods for that control. Samples section provides you samples of SAP UFO control. Like we can go to a sample, let's say button sample, and we can see how a button looks in SAP UFO and what are various properties. We can also check its source code. Demo apps. Demo apps section consists of few SAP UFO applications that are already developed and kept in demo app sections for your reference. Like there are different demo apps like shopping carts, browse orders, and you can go through these demo apps by clicking on the link. The tools section tells you about various tools available for the SAP UI5 development. Like you can use SAP Web IDE for the SAP UI5 development, UI theme designer to design a SAP UI5 theme. Now we will develop our first SAP UI5 control using API reference. We will use SAP Business Application Studio for the development of SAP UI5 control. I have already described how to launch SAP Business Application Studio in our previous video. So I am in trial account. I'll click on go to application to launch SAP Business Application Studio. I've already created a dev space in our last tutorial, but now it is in stop stage. So I'll start this space so that we can start the development. Now the dev space is in the running state, so we will go inside this space to create our project. We have already created a project in our last tutorial, so I'll create a new project for this video. So I'll click on new project from template. Now I'll choose the location. Now I'll choose the location. Now I will choose a template. We are developing SAP UI5 project, so I'll choose SAP Fiori Freestyle template. Click on next. Then I'll choose SAP UI5 application, and we are developing on Cloud Foundry, so I'll select Cloud Foundry as our running environment. Click on next. I will give it a name SAP UI5 control. Click on next. I'll select standalone app router. I don't want authentication, and I'll keep basic attributes values as it is, and I will click on next. Now I'll change the view name to, let's say, home view. I don't want any data service, so I'll select it as no. Click on next. Now I'll open in a new workspace. SAP UiFi project is ready. So I'll just go into HTML5 module, web app, view, home view. Here we will develop our first control. So let's go to SAP UI5 DemoKit API reference. Now we will just create a simple label. So I'll search for a label control. So label is inside M library. So you can find it under SAP namespace M library. So I'll click on the label. So now you can go through the overview and uses of the control, and there are different properties of label. So we will use, since it is inside sap.m library and we have a default namespace of sap.m, so we can use label control directly in the content of the page. So I'll do label different properties. So I'll go to API reference and search for properties. So we can also click on show borrowed properties, which will be borrowed from other parent classes. So label has a property called text. So we will use text. You can find the description of the properties in the right hand side of in the rightmost column. So text property says determines the label text to be displayed. So we will use text properties, and since so in properties section you can see the name of the property, type of the property, default values and description. So so for text property we have a string type and you can find the description here. So we will use the text property of the label. We will use first SAP UI5 label, then we will close this. Okay, now I'll save it. To see how it looks. Now we will run this project locally to see how this application looks. So I'll go to Run Configurations tab and add a new configuration. So we are running HTML5 module of our project. So I'll select this. I want to run index.html. So I'll select index.html. I want it to run on the latest version of UI5. So I'll select latest version. And if you want to give it a name, you can give it a name or just press enter to confirm. So a new run configuration is created. Now we can use this run configuration to run this project locally and debug it. So I'll go to debug tab and I'll select the appropriate run configuration and I'll select start debugging. You can see the status of the project in the bottom right corner of the screen. Once the application is built, a tab appears to expose and open so that it can be run in a new tab. So click on expose and open. You can enter the description for the port or you can press enter just to confirm. So the application opens in a new tab and you can see the label that you have created with the text first SAP UI5 label. Now we will go to our project and add a button. So to add a button, first we will go to API reference and search for button. So we'll look into the M library and M library has a button controls. Create a new button and I'll create a new button in SAP Business Application Studio. So this is under M library, so I'll use directly button. Then it has different properties. We can find out it API reference. So it has a text properties that will show the text of the button. So I'll add a text of the button. I'll just say click me. Okay, now button has we'll use an event for this button. So I'll go to event tab, and button has a press event, so I'll use press event. I'll give it a name, let's say on click. I'll close the button. Now this press event is an event. Now this press is an event for this button, so we will go into the controller of home controller and add a function with the name on click, and we'll write function open braces and open curly braces and close one, and I'll just put an alert for this button. I'll just put an alert, so when a button is clicked, an alert will appear in the screen. Hello. So I have put an alert on the click of this button, on the press of this button basically, and I'll save it. And again, I'll go here to the application and refresh it. Now we have a, if you see our home view, which contains two controls, label and button. So we have a label with a text and button, and on click of this button we have written a press event. We have written a press event on this button, and which is calling this function on click, and it is an alert is written in this function, so it should give me an alert with a text, hello, welcome to SAP UiPath control. So I'll go to the application and I'll click on click me, so I'm getting this alert. So this is how you develop a SAP UiPath control. So like there are many controls, I've used just two controls, label and button. So you can go to API reference and explore more controls, like you can go to M library or UI library and see what are different controls in SAP UI5. Okay, so I'll quickly create a list as well. Go to my home view. Now I'm creating a list to show you the aggregation, how aggregation is used. So I'll search for list. So M library has a list control. So I'll go to list control and I'll use the aggregation. So there are many aggregations defined for this list control. So I'll use items, which defines the items contained within this control. So I'll quickly go to my business application studio and I'll create a list. Now the list has an aggregation called item, so I will name the aggregation and I'll close that. And inside items, I'll just go to API reference and see what type of control I can use inside the item. So I have SAP aim.list item base. So I'll click on it and I'll see what are the subclasses of this list item base. So it has these many subclasses, so I will use standard list item. So it is also inside M library, so I'll just use it as it is. Now we'll go into the standard list items properties. Now it has a property called title, which defines the title of this item, and we will use the description, which defines the description of this item. So I'll give a text to title as well as description. I can close this standard list item. So now the list has only one standard list item. If I go to this application and I'll save the view changes, I'll save the changes and go to application, and if I click on refresh, a list appears with a list title and description. We can use multiple list items inside items aggregation of list, because if you see, we can find the what is cardinality of items. So we have 0 to n cardinality for this item, so we can add n number of list item inside this aggregation inside this items aggregation of the list. So I'll just copy paste. I'll just use 5 list item inside this list. I'll change the label. I'll change the text of the titles. I'll change the text of the title. I'll save the changes, and if I go to application and refresh it, so I can see 5 list items with different title and descriptions. So this is how you can use API reference to develop a SAP UI web control. You can use API reference of DemoKit to create different controls using SAP Business Application Studio. So I have created three controls in this in this video. You can use other controls as well. I'll also provide you the link of this project in the description of our video. That's it for this video. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for the next video in this series. Thank you.